Hi everyone, this is lovely4u. Today we want to make a special video for you to talk about the introduction of our Acrylic. Last week we put our clay on sale and a lot of people have supported us. We really appreciate that and want to say thank you again. Currently our clay has sold out, so we had to remove it from selling list. But some of you might already have received our clay, so you can watch this video to follow our instructions. For others who bought other brand Acrylic clay, we think this is a good guidance too. Also, we're building our new official website now. This way we'll be able to put out announcements, products, Q&As and all related information there. You will also find our face mounts, tools we use, and a lot of other products. So today's video not only includes how to use Acrylic clay, but also includes some comparison with other cans of Acrylic clay. What you see now is our 24 colors clay set. Skin tone color included. Hope after watching this video, you will have a general idea about Acrylic clay. So let's get started. Okay, before you start to play with clay, what you need to do first is to clean your hands and your cutting board. This is for keeping your clay away from dust, because you definitely don't want your projects to look dirty. Now we want to introduce you the feature of this Acrylic clay. Precisely speaking, the clay we use is super light Acrylic clay. Here we may also need to mention paper clay. It's this. So this is paper clay. Let's grab out a little here. So what's the difference? In fact, super light Acrylic clay is a kind of special paper clay. Their common feature is big volume, lightweight, easy to mix colors, and easy to air dry. But there's also a big difference between them too. Let us show you here. As you can see, the normal paper clay is not stretchy, not drying. And because of this special feature, it's very appropriate to cut with a knife blade. Thus you can use it to make very beautiful fake cakes or miniature foods. Now take a look at this fake cake. Also this one here. They are all made by the paper clay. Look at the side, clean cut, colors don't mix with each other. Let's show a little bit how. First we grab a piece. It dries very fast, so it's not appropriate to knead too much. So most of conditions we only use it to make miniature foods. You can press it even with a plate presser. Now grab another piece and let's try to blend colors. You can directly add some acrylic paint into it to blend. Now knead thoroughly. You can see if you knead too much, the edges will start to crack a little bit. Now you can stack them together. Let's make another layer of cake. Stack them all. Let's see how it works with cutting blade. Clean and easy, right? No color mess. Let's do another cut. So this is basically how paper clay works. You can also use needle tool to add some textures on it so it looks more like real cakes. Now let's take a look at our super light hair gel clay. Grab some out first. Wow, did you notice? It's really stretchy. Or you can pull off like this. Then seal the bag perfectly. Since it's hair gel clay, if you want to keep it longer, you'd better keep it away from air touch. As you can see, it's stretchy and saturated. So it's very appropriate to make clay figures. When you first grab it out, it might be soft and sticky. You can knead to accelerate the speed of drying. It's hard to shape if you don't knead it thoroughly. Here is an example of super light air gel clay. You can see it's more colorful than paper clay. Though paper clay has other pre-colored clays, but overall its color saturation is not as high as super light air gel clay. These are why normal paper clay is limited with figure creation. So how do we start it with super light air gel clay? After you grab some from bags, knead like this thoroughly. What condition of clay is the right time to shape? After kneading several times like this, knead the clay into a stick. Hold it for a while like this, and from the top barely or slowly drop down, then it's the right time. Another feature is the pigment of this clay is really fine and smooth. And it's not sticky to your hands. Safe and non-toxic, friendly to even kids. Now let's see another special kind of clay. Some people have asked, what's the fluffy part of a figure's clothes? Here it is, it's snow clay. As you can see, there's a lot of white particles inside. Seems like another special form of slime, right? But it's light-weighted too. We usually use it for snow effects or fluffy clothes, even animals' furs. It's kind of fun to play with it. You can roll it into a fluffy ball and it's pretty much like a real one. Sometimes it's hard to use tools to make the same effects that you want. The last hydroclay that we want to talk about is usually called as resin clay or unbaked polymer clay. Here it is. It's hydroclay too, but it's heavier with less volume. Let's make a comparison for you to see the difference. This is 100 grams resin clay, and this is 100 grams super light hydroclay. You can see the volume is really different. Resin clay has many colors too. It feels smooth, and once it dries out, it looks like polymer clay. That's why sometimes people call it unbaked polymer clay. There is one special resin clay too. It looks like white clay, but it's not. Let us show you how it looks. So this is it. The reason why we wrap it so well is because resin clay will dry very fast if it exposed to air. It's better to use a plastic wrap after every time used and then put it in a bag again. Whenever you use it, just wrap it well. Now let's see what does it look like. And we found it really sticky. It may not only stick to the plastic wrap, but also your fingers. Sometimes it sticks to cutting board and the roller too. It is sticky, but it has a very stunning feature. Rub it back thoroughly in case hair gets in. Before you work with this clay, since it's really sticky, there are several tricks that you may don't know. Apply some Vaseline on your fingers before you work with it. This way it's not that sticky to your hands anymore. Don't rush to roll it into thin pieces. Knead thoroughly before you do anything. Now let's roll it into pieces to see why it's special and what color it is. Peel it off from your roller carefully and patiently. Make sure it's even and thin. Okay, now you almost can see what exact color it is. It's transparent and the surface looks very smooth. You even can see the grit from cutting board on the back. And it's still stretchy too. The texture even looks like polymer clay. And when it dries more, it will be more transparent. Here is another piece that already dried out for you to take a look at. You can see how transparent it is after fully dried. And the texture is a little tiny crisp, but still strong. So this way it can be added into any colored clay, even super light airdrop clay. Or you can just use it directly to create some transparent clothes effects. So today we've introduced 4 different kinds of airdrop clay to you. Super light airdrop clay, resin clay, snow clay, and paper clay. We hope you've cleared with these basic differences between them. What we want to address here is always seal the bag well if you don't use it. And when you grab too much out of your bag, please be sure to put the extra clay inside a box to keep it for later use. And if you can't use up, you can always put it back if it's not half dried or get dirty. And what to do if your clay turns a little dry? You can always add some Vaseline to it, then it will be soft. But if it's half dried or fully dried, then you can't either put it back or use Vaseline to make it soft again. And what's more to pay attention? Never put your work into water since it's airdrop clay. In future, we'll also make comparison between our clay and other clay you can find on market to see what's the difference. And also some DIY clay ideas to share with you. Hope you enjoyed today's video and we'll see you around!